alcohol markers on canvas. And the question is more, I think, directed, if I direct it more from my standpoint, is why would you want to use them, right? So to answer that, I would first answer it with another question, which is why would you want to use alcohol markers on a canvas? Like what is that craziness? Because first of all, they haven't invented a pigment alcohol marker. And what that means is basically it's not light fast. So basically the original use of these markers are concept markers. To be able to get lots of color and rich color and some beautiful looking color fast and quick, and get incredible fades real quick, and gets all the things so you can see how your mind, you know, like my specialty, right, is imaginative creatures, right, positive superhero type imaginative creatures, right, and so sometimes I just want to see it get into form as quick as possible, and so these become like sketch markers, and they're actually called Copic sketch markers, right? And so why would you want to use it on here? What I do is either I know I'm doing a concept drawing, and these days, if I did it really quick and got it down, then I did what I call digital underpainting. I could take a picture of it with my phone, get it in my iPad or on my desktop, and know the colors and what worked and what didn't work, and render it as, you know, to the style or as far as I need it for, if it's used in a film, a game, a internet post, you know, a blog, just a, you know, Instagram post, anything, or to communicate with it. And so what I love doing with these is, so it creates a digital underpainting, but if you want, say it comes out really nice, and I like it because you can move so fast, right? If it comes out really nice, then it's an underpainting for acrylic painting, or like a water oil based or something, right? Because now I've decided some of the colors, and I can see even the ones I would change, right? Because acrylic is opaque, right? And so it would just cover it up, right? So yeah, I mean, that's basically why I love acrylics. I mean, using acrylics on top of, I do basically what I'm doing is I'm doing an underpainting in alcohol inks, and I'm not using it to be archival and last, but I feel I can draw, and that's one of the things I always tell people. No matter what process, no matter what way or the kind of art you think you're doing, just, you know, if you want to be storytelling and descriptive, you have to have an illustrative element. So to me, always, anytime you can draw. So I'll do a quick raw, maybe a raw and surprise, then maybe a few characters, right? So it just shows how I can just move real quick, you know, and then with the brush pen, just be like watercolor too, so be real loose too. Right, and raw, I know its features and kind of how to construct them, right? So, but see, I can get them in real quick and be real sketchy about it, like not totally decided, you know, what I want to go on, you know, but it's a lot like paint, right? And it gives my fades, and I feel real sketchy, and I can get darker as I go. And once again, you know, it's got the feel of an ink pen, right? So you can draw. See, and then it's real malleable too. Like, that's another thing. See, it gets real watercolory because the alcohol, and then it gets malleable. Like, I can move it around a little bit. I can darken it. See, it's real conceptual, and that's another thing I commit to, and you don't get all the things like a finished piece. Like, oh man, well, I don't know what to do. Get yourself kind of, you know, you stay loose. And then you can do the more painting than drawing too with it, right? To like his hair or brush strokes. to do his hands. You don't gotta draw. You paint more shapes. This one you can show Raw's tail, and normally you don't see it. Same with the hair on the tail. See, just stay kind of loose. And then just take a next marker down and see how it gets really watercolor, like almost wet on wet. You can move it around. So basically I'm making all the decisions for when I paint it. Right? So yeah, so I can even fill in real quick too. And still stay real free and sketchy. And then I could bring lemonade in the background. Get enough of the sketch in that it, know where it's going. Prize over in the corner. So just, a lot of, especially someone like me, I'm so used to conceptual drawing. This is like heaven for me, so just loosens everything up. So now right there, I basically, if I bring in a darker marker on these back characters, I basically have got all my form in. So now it's all just about, bringing the acrylics on, and I could probably finish it really quick. And then this could be translated into digital or just brought all acrylic, and then it's ready for a product or a t-shirt, right? And then even bringing in real ink now, pigment ink, and now I know conceptually where everything's going, but I also have some value already started too. So Raw's rocking, right? He's rocking out. So it becomes more like, to me, to finalize this question, I know it went on forever, but it could be a series, right? For me, it just becomes like, it becomes like, like a true sketchboard, especially on these canvases. I can just paint it with acrylics and rock it. I also have some methods where I could use watercolor right now too, which is strange on canvas, right?